Something inside you is screaming for attention, and you've been pretending it isn't there. It isn't fear. It isn't sadness. It isn't the usual ache you can name or label. It is sharper, subtler, a presence that threads itself through every day, quietly shaping how you move, how you think, how you respond without ever announcing itself. It hides in the spaces you rarely notice, the pauses between conversations, the seconds before you reply to a text, the quiet moments when you tell yourself everything is fine. You move, you smile, you go through routines, but beneath it all, the weight persists, patient, insistent, almost alive. Sometimes it feels like tension in your chest, like a pull at the back of your mind, a subtle pressure in your shoulders. Other times it is a hum, a vibration that you barely notice, whispering that something in your life is unresolved, unseen, and unacknowledged. You have trained yourself to live above it, routines, distractions, habits, social masks, all ways to pretend the surface is enough. Yet it creeps back in the micro moments you cannot control, the glance at the mirror that lingers too long, the restless shuffle of your feet, the small pang of unease when nothing seems wrong. It speaks in fragments and hints and sensations that cannot be silenced. Take a moment to breathe. Feel it. Do not label it. Do not analyze it. Do not try to fix it. Let it exist as it is, a quiet signal, a pulse beneath the hum of everyday life. Notice how it moves, how it shifts, how it appears in your body. Perhaps it coils in your shoulders, sits in your chest, rests behind your eyes. Wherever it is, acknowledge it. It has a message, even if you cannot yet hear it fully. There is intelligence here, subtle and patient. The more you resist, the louder it hums. The more you lean in, the more it reveals. In its persistence lies a doorway, a path into parts of yourself you have long neglected, truths you have avoided, layers you have refused to examine. But what if this time around, instead of running away from it, you follow it to see where it leads you? Feeling unsettled isn't random. It isn't stress or fatigue or a fleeting mood. That hum beneath your surface is not a glitch. It is your soul signaling that something has been ignored for far too long. This is the shadow you have been avoiding, emotions pushed aside, questions too uncomfortable to ask, truths buried in corners of your mind. It is not here to punish. It is here to invite, to lean in, to feel, to notice what has been quietly calling for your attention all along. Observe the subtle signs, a reflection that lingers too long, a sudden weight in your chest, a quiet pang of longing. Each is a breadcrumb, a gentle signal guiding you toward what you've been ignoring. Ask yourself quietly, what am I avoiding right now? Don't answer fully. Don't move forward yet. Simply let awareness sit like sunlight across still water. Feel it ripple, expand, echo through your body. Even small acknowledgement is a response to your inner guidance. Notice the micro moments, irritation with a loved one, guilt brushed aside, a haunting thought in the shower or at night. Each is not random. Each is pointing you back to yourself. Even when the shadow feels uncomfortable, it is here to illuminate, not punish. You may feel resistance. That's natural. The more you resist, the more persistent it becomes. The shadow grows quieter, patient, insistent, inviting you to sit longer, look closer, feel deeper. Follow these subtle signs. Let them guide you toward awareness. Each moment of noticing, each small act of attention is proof you are answering the call of your own inner life. But notice this, the quiet weight you've been feeling doesn't stop at observation. It lingers, persistent, nudging you forward. And it won't let you look away for long, and if you lean in just a little further, the next layer will emerge, questions you've been avoiding, truths your mind has been quietly running from. And here they come. The weight rises, pressing into your choices, your daily habits, your interactions. It asks, why do I keep settling for what feels safe, even when it leaves me restless? These are not problems to solve. They are doors you have been avoiding, invitations to sit with discomfort, notice patterns, and face what has been quietly shaping your life. You do not need answers yet, you only need presence and awareness. And the act of leaning in will show you what you've been missing. You may feel it in small, almost imperceptible ways, a fleeting hesitation, a quiet pull in your chest, the gentle tug of thoughts you cannot ignore. Your body tightens, your mind drifts, and yet there is a subtle insistence beneath it all, pointing toward what truly matters. These moments are not random. They are whispers guiding you back to yourself. Each reflection, each pause, each subtle observation is a step toward listening. Even small moments ripple outward in profound ways. Awareness is action. Noticing is response. Patterns will repeat. Questions will rise again and again. That is the nature of inner guidance. It unfolds slowly, persistently, not as a sudden revelation, but as a quiet, steady pull. Lean in, observe, reflect. You are answering the calls simply by being present. Even without answers, even without clarity, your willingness to notice is already a shift, a small but undeniable transformation. The ache is no longer just a weight. It is a companion, quietly guiding you, urging you to lean closer, to see what you have been avoiding. And if you allow yourself to follow it a little further, you may discover something you didn't expect. After leaning in, the unrest doesn't vanish. It shifts, softens, and asks something new of you. The tension in your chest softens, the mind's chatter eases, and even the smallest spaces in your day feel different. You do not need to fix anything. You do not need all the answers. Simply allowing yourself to be present here, fully, without judgment, creates a shift. When the ache arises, let it speak, breathe, feel. Let it guide subtle choices, a pause before reacting, a gentle shift in perspective, a willingness to sit with what has been hidden. Notice the micro movements in your body. Shoulders unclench, chest softens, mind slows. Each shift, however slight, is proof you are listening. Here's what to do next. Pause before reacting. Notice the tension in your body. Listen to what your mind usually ignores. Start small. Pause before reacting. Notice the tension in your body. Listen to the quiet signals you usually ignore. Reflect on what surfaces without needing to solve it. Each moment of noticing is a response. Each subtle shift a step forward. Life shifts, not in dramatic leaps, but in these gentle, persistent ways. Even the smallest awareness ripples outward. The unrest is no longer something to escape. It is your guide, a quiet companion pointing toward truths long avoided. As you walk forward, remember, the ache was never your enemy. It was your invitation. If you feel drawn to share, leave a comment, not to have all the answers, but to reflect on what arose. Or forward this gently to someone who might need to feel seen. Explore the channel at your own pace. Each video is a quiet invitation to step closer to your own inner guidance, to notice whispers you might otherwise overlook.